What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to take you guys through my new favorite formation, flanker close. I'm in the run and shoot playbook. I use the Bucks in practice mode because Tom Brady is Power Master and it's just easy to do the setups. If you don't have Power Master, obviously you can do wide receiver apprentice or slot apprentice, whatever you have. If you don't have any of those, I'm not sure how you're drafting your team, but you're doing it the wrong way. But you can still run this offense without any adjustments, honestly. So I'm going to take you guys through real quick. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the negatives of it, right? So starting off, you'll see that there's 4 wide receivers in the game. No tight end, right? Which is good if you have decent receivers. And the league that you'll see with the gameplay clips, I have a good tight end, so I use a tight end. So we're going to do that here. The problem with using tight end is that you can only audible to 2 other formations, right? So I'll show you real quick. So you're in flanker close. You try and audible over. You can only go to gun trips and single back spread. That's it, right? If you have the 4 receivers in, you go to a lot of different more formations. So if you're playing close with the 4 receivers, it's up to you, really. I use a tight end because I have a good tight end. If you don't have a good tight end, use 4 receivers. But you have a lot more versatility, right? So you can go to gun spread, gun trips halfback weak, single back trips open, pistol spread, pistol trips open, pistol trips open left, and then back to gun flanker close, right? So you have a lot more versatility with 4 receivers as opposed to a tight end in the game. I personally prefer a tight end, but it's going to be up to you, whatever you want to do with your offense if you decide to use this offense. That's one of the negatives. Another negative is you can't motion running back anywhere, right? So he can't go to the left, he can't go out, right? So he's stuck right here in this right position spot. Now, counter to that, these guys can move anywhere. So he can go all the way across the field, right? And you can do the same thing with the slot receiver. He can go all the way across the field as well. So can this guy. He can go all the way to the right. This guy can go all the way to the right as well. So that's nice, right? You can make it a bunch, right? Essentially a bunch. Not only that, but like 4 wide receivers breaks match coverage. So if your opponent's running a lot of match, right, and you motion over Mike Evans, now guess what? You have 4 guys on one side. They can't run match, right? So it's nice. You have like a mini bunch right here type of thing. You can also make a trips tight end type of look if you want to. So that's the nice thing about the formation, right? Another negative about the formation is there's only 2 runs within the formation, right? There's a halfback sweep and a halfback counter you'll see right here. Now the sweep, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty garbage. The way I would run it is, right, halfback sweep. I would ID this guy. When I ran this, I found that this guy sheds my tackle no matter who it is. So I always ID this guy when I run the sweep, and then I'm motioning over to make it a trips look like this. Obviously, in American coverage, but it's just for the practice video. So I do it like that. Wait to hold RT, find the hole, and then sprint through it. Obviously, bad run stick, but that's how I run my sweeps when I do run that play. Now for the counter can be good. It's kind of hit or miss with it. I do prefer to run this on first down, starting out, just see what my opponent's in. And again, I'll double team this guy. I'll motion over to make it like a bunch look type thing. And then again, we're going to run the counter, right? Find a hole, get out, however you want to do it. But those are the only 2 runs in the formation, right? It's kind of a negative. The runs aren't that good, in my opinion. But those are the only 2 negatives about the formation. Everything else is the positives, right? So my favorite plays in this, I'll show you real quick. My audibles, I'll go to weak flood. There's just so many good plays that it's hard to choose. I'll go to RNS switch curl, RNS switch drag, and then PA drag. Also, the RNS play that I run is the switch dig. I don't think it's in here. No, switch dig is in here. So it's a switch curl flat I use as well as bench. Like all these plays, to my opinion, are really, really good. I use them all, to be honest with you. But those are kind of my favorites, especially weak flood. So I'll show you weak flood real quick. I'm just going to run a cover 3. Doesn't really matter. Now this triangle route is super, super glitchy, I found, right? So you can actually run this play stock. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll go like this, right? So X, you don't need a wide receiver apprentice on. Circle, you do, obviously, right? Block my running back. I'll run it like this type thing. And this vertical route is going to clear out that corner, and you can hit circle on the sideline. You'll see right here, right? Obviously, you'll have a pull down route, whatever the case may be. It didn't work that time, but I'll show you real quick. When it does work, right? Or you can hit X up the seam, right? You'll see he'll pull that corner deep on the streak, and you'll have a corner route wide open if you have a pull down route with the R1. But a lot of times I'll go like this, and I'll just be looking for a triangle if I have time in the pocket. I'm not sure why he ran it flat that time. Might have glitched out. But again, you'll see right here. Ran it again. It might be a read route where you go flat as well. I didn't know that. Anytime I ran this play, he's always gone this little glitchy route where he goes up and then kind of does the delay out route. And in any zone coverage, that delay out route is wide open. You'll see it in the gameplay film, but I'm telling you that delayed out route gets wide open every single time. He's kind of glitching out right there. But again, that's my first setup. I use that at that play. Another play I obviously like to run is the RNS switch. Now this is really glitchy. This circle route clears any zone coverage. And also you have this X route right over here. You can quick throw that on the cut for easy yards every single time. And I'll go like this. This is all I do. Put him on in route. I'll snap the ball like this. Right? Circle. He gets over any zone coverage. This is cover 3 obviously, so it's a little easier, but he gets over cover 4, cover 2, any of that. He clears any zone. You'll see in the gameplay film, he gets open all the time, regardless. I love that play. And kind of the same thing, right? RNS switch dig. I love this play as well. It's coming from the other side this time, but you also have a backside delayed dig. You still have this quick out route you can hit as he curls out. Same with triangle. And then this play right here, if you want to cover 3 beater right, what I would do is I would motion him over, put him on a comeback, right? And then I would drag down circle X, something like this, right? Obviously, you need time in the pocket to clear it, but quick cover 3 beater, right? Or you can go like this, right? Motion him out, put him on a comeback, throw Julio Jones on a post, block the running back, right? Cover 3 beater just like that. Wait for him to clear the safety, wide open touchdown. You can see it right there. Obviously, I can't spy the guys. I don't have 2 controllers right now. I'm just kind of doing the look through, but that's cover 3 beater, obviously. But obviously, what I'm looking for, I'll run this play stock, just straight up stock, to be honest with you. And I'll just look for circle. You have square open, like this play. This play gets over a lot of different zones, and it's very hard to use or everything because there's so many different routes going across the field. And now my favorite play I probably run, this PA drag is actually pretty lethal. So the way I run it is, first setup, I'll throw square on a C route. I'll actually streak X and throw circle on a route like this. This is my first setup I run. Just like this. Obviously you get circle over the top, square if you want to. You have triangle over the middle if you want to highball that. I wish I could actually just QB spy everybody so I can show you guys the setups, but you'll see the gameplay. I run a setup like that. Also, what I'll do is, right, same thing like this, but I'll put them on a delay in route just in case. Right, so you have the post over the middle, you have the drag route that pulls down the yellow hooks. Again, practice mode it's killing me, but right, you see the point. Just like this type thing. And step up, hit triangle over the top, or a high ball. Tom Brady sucks, but you see the idea, right? It's kind of a flood concept, but again, you have a high-low read with the delayed in route and then the post. And some of these other stuff that you can run right, I'll go like this instead. Right, you motion this guy over, throw him on a flat maybe, and then you can throw like a post, another flood concept like this, right? I'll do this as well. Just kind of high-low read it like that. You can do the same thing for bunch as well. I mean, there's just so much you can do in this formation. It's super, super glitchy. You can run. I mean, if you want to motion over this guy as well, this is what create the bunch look. If you motion over triangle, he goes actually outside the circle. So if you want to create a bunch look, motion over square. And again, this is super glitchy. Let's say you don't have Power Master, right? You motion over him in this corner route. And so you want to streak X like this. You want a flat circle. You don't even need Power Master for that. Or what I would do is actually I would streak circle and flat X, but it doesn't matter. You see the idea. And then triangle, maybe you think I'm on a delay in route. Maybe you want to flat him too. Maybe you want to streak him, right? Maybe you want to throw him on a dig. You don't need Hard Master for any of that. This is pretty much flood, right? Essentially flood concept, flood out a bunch, same thing, right? You can create that, right? You have square coming open, deep over the corner. You have the backside dig. Whatever you want to do with it. If you want to create a real flood, how they really run it, right? Obviously it's like this. Right, and you don't need Hard Master for any of this. You don't need Hard Master for any of that. That's just a basic flood concept that they have at a bunch already, right? You can hit square on the flat route. You can hit R1. You get the backside dig, right? All these different stuff you can do in this formation, right? If you want to create a weird looking bunch look, right? You obviously motion this guy over. I don't know what formation you would call this, but this looks pretty funky in my opinion, right? Do a bunch of different things in this thing. So, right, so you want to throw him on a comeback, right? You want to keep this drag there. And then we'll keep that post. I kind of like this look. I haven't never ran this round concept before, but you run something like this as well. Again, high-low concept, right? You're just probably going to take Julio Jones. You can throw it to Chris Godwin, and you can highball the slant over the top late. Probably won't have time here, right? You see the drag coming open, just hit that. Easy check down read. But again, you'll see in the gameplay, man, like this formation, I love running it. I'll run this formation all game long, no matter what league I'm in. The stick play, I run the stick play too, is pretty good. If you have Power Master, obviously bench is popular in formation. That's good. But you can just see all these different plays you can run, man. The only negative, like I said, is that if you use a tight end, you can't audible a lot around. Only two formations. If you have 4 receivers that are good, you can. Also, there's 5 wide receiver chips. I haven't actually ran it in this playbook, but there's some good stuff in here as well. If you have 5 good wide receivers, this middle slant play with the streak C route that's popular and a lot of different plays people do. That's obviously a good look to run. Inside cross obviously used to be good at a chips tight end. You have a flood concept out of here. You have a curl flat corner that people like to run out of bunch tight end. If you want to gun chips halfback weak, let's say you stay with the 4 receiver sets, you got a halfback off tackle. You got a flood switch. You got a lot of choice routes to beat man coverage. So let's say you don't have a lot of wide receiver abilities, right? You come in here, gun chips halfback weak, right? You have a ton of option routes you can use. There's a lot of different stuff in here, man. Chips, you have a lot of option routes as well. Levels concept, level switch, halfback sweep, curl flat. Obviously spread out the same stuff. You know, there's 60X option, which is kind of like the Bucks cross out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook. You see the curl switch again out of spread, the RNS switch smash out of spread. Kind of the same concepts that they have in flanker close. But I just love this formation, man. You know, I was in a league trying to have fun. I get bored in some leagues. I just kind of play for fun in them. But I like to try new formations out. And I found this flanker close formation, and I honestly just love it. So you guys will see the gameplay in a minute. There should be some videos beforehand, during this video, and after. If you guys like this formation, you know, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if you guys are going to use this formation or not. I personally am using it all the time now. Also going through the playbook, what else they have, right? You see the different things they have in pistol. Just in case you don't want to stay in flanker close, let's say like the most audible round or whatever. They have other stuff in pistol. That's pretty cool. Single back, right? They have spread at a single back. And they have a lot of cool motion plays in here. So actually, when I'm with my tight end in the game, I'll motion down a single back spread. And I'll run a lot of this stuff. I run flanker dig. I'll run the 0-1 trap, which is obviously a good run. The choices are good. The draw is pretty good, honestly. Switch smash with the C route already built in case you don't have Hard Master is pretty good. I've never ran trips open, but again, the same concepts that they have in the pistol trips, the 61X choice, 60 go. It's all the same route concepts, but you can run so many different formations in this playbook and run the same route concepts, and your opponent will not know, right? A lot of people like to stay in one formation. Let's say I stay in flanker close all game. Eventually, if you have a good opponent, they'll catch on, right? But if you're going to different formations and doing the same route concepts out of spread, out of trips, out of halfback weak, out of pistol trips left open, out of single back trips open, right? It's going to confuse your opponent. They got to make adjustments. It's a very good offense of playbook, in my opinion. Again, this is the run and shoot. So again, if you like this formation, if you like the tips, let me know in the comments. Leave a like, and I'll catch you guys next video.
Maybach music. Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?